Today's Thursday. It's Juneau Day. We're going on a Mendenhall Glacier cruise, and then we're going to Tracys Crab Shack for lunch. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Videos?
I am.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, ladies and gentlemen in the world. How are you doing? Welcome to the New Amsterdam team. We are lovely. We are ready to make you happy anytime you're ready.
You are lovely, and you make us happy every time.
All right,
Thank
okay.
you. I love that guy at the elevator. He's awesome. But we're pulling into Juneau right now. Super excited because Juneau, we're going to take like a boat that goes up. We're going to go see the Mendenhall Glacier, and then we're going to do a whale watching. All right? And then we will go to Tracys Crab Shack, and then we will come back to the ship. But this is actually really pretty. I love Juneau. I just think it's neat. But you can only get here by boat or airplane. There's no way to drive to Juneau. Either way, it'd be kind of cool to come up here with your fifth wheel, but clearly there would not be a place to park it because we couldn't get here. So anyway, we'll show you a little bit more about Juneau and the Mendenhall Glacier and our whale cruise. But the guy at the elevator, I love him every morning. And lunch. He's there at lunchtime too. I'm sitting here at breakfast still, and this little boat's coming by with all the crab pots. I wonder if they're going to go catch our lunch that we'll have at Tracys Crab Shack. Could be. So I think this is the kind of boat we're going to get on for the whale watching portion of our excursion. Do you think, dear?
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat like that. Hopefully we'll see something amazing today.
Can't beat this.
Oh. Okay, we're going to go whale watching. So we're pulling into the pier side, and there's that big celebrity cruise ship, the Eclipse. That's the one that was in Skagway when we pulled in. That was right next to us in Skagway. So we're kind of like just cruising around with the same kind of cruise groupings. But see that blue, the blue store down there on the pier right there? That's a big shopping area. It's got a bunch of different shops in it. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, isn't that the one that's just a bunch of big shops? I think so. I think it is. And then behind the Celebrity Eclipse cruise ship is the Tracys Crab Shack. And we'll show you more about that when we get on land. This just blows my mind how they just kind of pull in and park. It's like parallel parking with like a massive thing.
Oh, it's got bow thrusters and stuff.
Well, it's got bow. So one of the. So you're saying, okay, so I can parallel park easier if I had bow thrusters on my car? I see how it works. Either way, we're going to park right in front of that little red building right there, purple, and then on the corner, that little red and white building right there, that's Tracys Crab Shack. There it is. And frankly, I don't care how long the line. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I don't care how long the line is. We're getting king crab.
Oh, the Tracys king crab.
Yeah, the Tracys king crab.
Crazy.
Oh, amazing.
Crab shack.
Yep. A whale watching excursion that I'm really excited about. So we're doing this excursion, and then after this, we're going to go to see the Mendenhall Glacier. But this is a wildlife viewing trip, and I don't even care if we see any wildlife. The viewing itself is amazing. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm super excited that we came on this little trip. I'm going to go inside and see if I can hear what the captain's saying, because he's talking about some of the other wildlife we're going to see. I'm going to try to capture this for you guys. Look at the view of the mountains. Like, I could just keep looking at stuff whether I get to... of course, I want to see wild animals, but hey, that's beautiful. All right, I'm going to go back in and sit with Brian.
This is a pair of a calf and her mama. We call this a calf and cow. This is the longest relationship that a humpback whale will have in its entire lifetime. Humpback whales are solitary creatures, so besides the 1-year relationship held between a calf and its mother or the cow, whales will spend the entire 70 to 90-year lifespan entirely on their own.
Getting ready. There you go.
It's the Prudential commercial.
There's that pectoral flipper.
Big show.
Let's see if I can get it down here so it's stable. All right, we are on the second portion of our trip, and we are at Mendenhall Glacier. So we're going to come up here, up the ramp. And you know what's cool is along the walkway, they actually will have little signs that explain what plants are in front of you. So that's really nice. I like when they do that. But this is an incredible view, and I'll show you more of it when we get to the top. Okay, I want to get as much as I can. So if you go, this little bush is in the way. But there is the Mendenhall Glacier, and then down there, I don't know if you can see right there, Nugget Falls. So we'll go and take a little bit more look at that once we get right up here to the visitor center. Wow, you can hear the falls from here. It's incredible. And there is a walk that you can take. I don't know if you can see tiny wee little dots down there. Those are people. You can take a walk down to the falls, but with Brian, his knee the way it is, I don't think we're going to do that, obviously. But isn't that incredible? All right, let's head into the visitor center. Okay, we're in the visitor center, but you can see out the window. Just incredible. The glacier, and then Nugget Falls. You can see the big icebergs in the lake from off the glacier. It's been a good trip today. Got to see a bunch of good stuff. There's a viewing point down there as well, but the Mendenhall Lake is incredible. And there's that blue color, and that blue color is because of the silt that comes down from the glacier. And also that silt is like super fine, almost like a talcum powder in there, so it doesn't really support, when one of the guides was explaining, it doesn't really support fish because it's kind of suffocates them because they can't get enough oxygen in the water. So it looks really pretty, but no fish. Might be some fish occasionally, but he was saying sometimes when the salmon come up, they'll actually go off to, they have to come up for air or something like that. He was explaining because they just can't get enough air in the water. Looks like there's a boat over there.
It's a canoe.
A little canoe. Huh. And they've got these great walking trails that you can go down all around there. There's a bunch of trails around here, but right now they even said to be careful because there's a lot of bears out right now. Bears, mama bears and their babies. So they've got rangers walking around out there to try to keep people safe. But we're going to go ahead and head down here. What? Ooh, the flowers. Look at all the plants. That's a cool one. Anyway, we're going to head down here because it'll take us a little bit longer and go get ready to ride the bus back into Juneau, where we're going to have lunch at Tracys Crab Shack. Okay, so we are, I don't know if you can hear me, but we're in Tracys Crab Shack in Juneau, And I want you to see that bucket of crab. That's what I got for Brian. We're just waiting for it to get delivered. Happy Brian with his bucket of king crab legs. Oh my gosh. That's massive. So good. Okay, here we are outside of Tracys Crab Shack. It was so loud in there. I don't even know if you guys could hear me, but when you buy that big bucket, they ring a bell and all of the people in there go large bucket, which is kind of fun. But a lot of people buy those buckets. It's 3 pounds of king crab, and you get rolls and coleslaw, which is actually really, really good. So that was a lot of fun. But this is Juneau. Beautiful place. I love Juneau. I really, really do. And there's kind of a tramway. You can see the tram, and it comes right down here from this building. And right just on the other side of that building, it goes clear to the top of that hill. And it doesn't look like it, but when you get up there and you look down on these cruise ships looks like Matchbox toys. It's so high up there. And then Brian has got himself a shirt. He's over here putting it in my bag right now. But then there's the visitor center. And if you come around, there's a bunch of ships in port. They went to look around. So there is our ship. That's the Holland America New Amsterdam that we're on. And then down there is, I think that's the other Celebrity. There was one between that white one down there and this one, which was that Celebrity. That one I think is a princess ship. And then there's that. And then this is the Celebrity Eclipse. And then out there is the Cunard. I think the Queen Elizabeth is out there. So we've actually never been on a cruise that had this many cruise ships in at once or been this crowded. So it's quite a bit different. But I think that's it for Juneau.
Yep.
I think we'll go ahead and head up to the ship and relax now that we've had our bucket of crabs.
We're gonna have to finish.
All right, we're right by the ship, and Brian just realized you can see our room, which is, see this black column? Those are the outside elevators, and then there's 1, 2, 3. We're the third one up right there. Oh yeah, because there's one right above there. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on that one right there. And it's so surprising because when we first looked, I thought, oh, we're right next to the elevator. That's going to be terrible. Literally, you hear nothing. You can't tell, and they can't see in your room or any of that. So that's our room, and it's actually been really, really a good cruise. I'm right out on our balcony, and I'm looking down and see these little orange boats. So those come in from that ship that was parked out there, that I think it's the Queen Elizabeth. And so they take people back and forth from when they have to dock out there. I thought they would come in, so I thought the way I saw it this morning was some ships came in, let people off, and then went out there so other ships could dock. But apparently they shuttle people back and forth on those little boats. And those look like, if you look down, they look like the little rescue boats if our ship sinks. That's the one we're supposed to go get on. Those always remind me of that movie Captain Phillips. So anyway, looking down, there is the Viking Orion ship, and those just are, I don't know if those are private yachts because there's 2 of them that look just the same, and there was another one just like that. So I think that those might be like those super small, super small, more private little cruisy things. I don't know. Either way, I'm waiting for the tram to go up. It leaves from that brownish building right there, and it goes up. So as soon as that comes out, I'll show you what it's like. Okay, there it comes. It just came out, and I don't know how long it takes or how high it goes, but let's just follow it up there. And today is like the perfect day. We've done this a couple times when we've visited Juneau on different cruises, and it's always been foggy. But I'll tell you what, today is the perfect day to ride the tram to the top, because you can see where it's going way up there, and you can look down and you can see the cruise ships, and they are so small looking, tiny little things. Hang on, we're getting there. Look how, oh, there's another one coming down. It's probably boring. But it doesn't take very long to get there, and I'll have to find out how high it goes up. But up in that building up there, there's like a gift shop, and I think there's a restaurant. I think we had coffee or something, coffee and a cinnamon roll there one time when we took the tram, and it was early in the morning. 2 trams passing right there. They're actually pretty comfortable, and oftentimes there's a person inside who's like a naturalist or whatever, or they tell you a little bit about what you're seeing off in the distance, because the view is mind-blowing. It's incredible. So we're almost there, and they run like probably every 5 or 10 minutes. Doesn't take long at all. It goes up there and you just pulls into the little white thing at the top. Here we go. And then I'll show you the little ships, or the little boats are loading up more people for that cruise ship down here. Let's get that one to the top. All the way up. You can see how small that thing got? So it's pretty high up there. And then it's like 4:30 right now. And everybody was supposed to be back on the ship by 5:30, and the crew had to be back on by 5. So people are kind of straggling in now. Tracys Crab Shack still has a pretty decent line, probably 20 people deep. There's that. There it is. Popping right in there. All right, so that has landed. The tram has landed. And now there's been a couple more of those little orange boats pull in there. And then down here, if you can see, up that ramp, you have to go through that little kiosk right there, and they check your ID and your little boat thing. They scan it, and your picture comes up on their computer, so they know it's really you. And there we are at the end of our day in Juneau, Alaska. So the only thing that's planned now is there's a good show tonight. They've got a great dance team. It's unfortunate because I can't film it. I'd love to show you guys, but you're not allowed to film the performances. So we're gonna go to that, and then I don't know, for dinner, good thing we had our little lunch. It was a little earlier because they're having, I don't know, some cordon bleu specialty in the dining room, so we're gonna hit that. But there you go, our visit to Juneau. It was amazing, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.